Yeah, so we just got back from Vegas. It was nice. It was a nice, relaxing time.
Yeah, nice and relaxing. That is all, guys. No craziness at all. Not at all.
Until we took some edibles and got high as balls.
Okay. So we take it and we're going down to the pool, blah, blah, blah. So we go and sit at this like really far like balcony overlooking like patio thing. So we're sitting there and then Mako gets us some pina coladas and Loki, they're freaking strong. I go down to go feel the pool because I was like, hey, well, it looks really nice. And if it's like, because I was burning up. I can't even.
It was like 5 minutes in.
Yeah, like 5 minutes in and my skin is like freaking sizzling and I'm like hyperventilating because it's so hot. And I was like, hey, I gotta go feel the pool. So then I go feel the pool and I was like, oh, this is nice. So then I go back up and grab Matt and I was like, we're gonna go over there in the corner and then we're just gonna, wade. So we go to like the shallow end, whatever. And then he gets us another. Do you get us another one?
I got one more.
Okay, yeah. He gets one more and we're like drinking whatever. I like start to kind of feel it.
Oh, you were feeling it.
Yeah, no. I mean, I for sure was feeling it, but like it got worse. Okay. So this was like the beginning and I'm already f***ed up. I'm like high as balls and I'm like, do you feel it? Like, do you feel it? And he was like, not really. And I was like, okay, you need to go take another one.
Yeah, I brought another.
I don't even know what happened. We're like waiting in the pool for a little bit. And then I get kind of cold because it's like windy. It's like super, super
It was
windy.
where all the wind was coming into that corner.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, it was hot, but then if there was wind, it was cold. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was like dry wind, but then like half my body was wet. And then like the wind just made me cold. And like I'm skinny. So it only takes one gust of wind to make me cold. So then I get cold again. So then I'm like, okay, let's go up there and like lay down again. So we go to like the opposite side, but still the second level. And we like pick the spot in the corner and lay down. And I'm like, holy. I'm like, yup, this is it. This is the edible, everyone. It is here. I am here. Don't worry. I'm present. And like the whole time, like I was feeling my skin burning, but like it was just like in the back of my mind. Like I wasn't really focused on it. Like while like if someone was sober, they would be like, holy shit, my skin's hot. Like let me go sit in the sun. But for me, it was like, holy shit, my skin's hot, but like I can't move. Like I can't move my body. And I don't know what happens after that. Like,
I decided, you were like, I want to basically you had this like plan to get food like out and then go back to the room or something. And I was like, no, I just want to get food here. And then we also had pool credit. So I went down and then basically ordered some fish tacos and like chips and guac. And then I got one more drink and then came back and then waited like 15 minutes, like the guy said. And then I went back down, which is where you felt like it was forever.
Yeah.
Which it was like longer. I had to wait like much longer time. Then the food came and then I went back up. And then we were like eating it and we scarfed it. And then it was like really hot. It was like mid-afternoon by this point.
Yeah.
So then we're like, all right, let's get out of here. So then we pack up.
No, okay. So here's where it like gets messy. So Matt goes to throw away the food. And I'm like trying to gather my things, whatever. I'm like trying to put my stuff back on. And I don't even know if I put on my I don't remember putting on my jacket or my skirt. I don't think I put on my skirt. And so we're like walking down, whatever. And I get past. So there's like 3 very like short flights of stairs to like get down to the pool level. They're only like 3 steps or something like that. So I get down the first one and I'm like swallowing something. I don't know if I'm eating or drinking. But the second I swallowed it, it was like all of my senses just like dissipated. And just things just started getting like speckly and like, you know how like when you edit your photos like in Visco, like the trendy thing is like to put grain on your photos. That's like how I was seeing things.
Interesting.
And I was like, things were just like, it was just like grainy and like very white and hazy. And I was like, oh. So like we're like walking back and I'm like trailing behind Matt. It feels like Matt's like running away. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like trying to walk faster and faster. And I'm like in my pool slides. And then so we get to the entrance, which wasn't the exit. And then the girl was like, oh yeah, sorry. Like I should have told you. And by this time that we get like to the entrance, which is only what, like less than 30 seconds of a walk away from where we were like sitting. The lady was like, oh yeah, sorry. Like I should have told you the exit's over there on the opposite side. And like by this time, like everything's like kind of white, and I'm like losing my balance a little bit. And I grabbed Matt's arm, and I was like, okay, the walkway like didn't look the same in my brain than it actually was. Cause okay, so my vision started like getting more and more white. So I would see like bubbles of just white that were like clouding my vision, and it just looked like someone was putting like pieces of paper over my eyes, like over and over again. Like I could only see like certain spots, and I was seeing like in tunnel vision, but it wasn't like black, it was like white. I don't know. I was seeing God or something. And then I grabbed Matt's arm, and because I'm like starting to like sway back and forth, because I don't even know if my eyes are open. I really don't know. My eyes could have been closed for all I know. Like, I don't know. Like everything was just white. Like, I don't know. And so I grabbed Matt's arm, and I was like, I need to sit down. I need to sit down. But like to me, it looked like there was like a little planter that you can like sit on the edge of. But like when I like blinked again and opened my eyes, like it was just a wall. But to me, it looked like a planter with like a seat. So I was like, I need to sit down. I need to sit down. And then Matt, I just remember him saying like, okay, no, like just grab onto me. Just grab onto me. You said something like that. And I was like, nope, I'm good.
Well, you were like, so you were going down.
No,
like,
yeah, I know.
This whole point. Like you were like, the lady was like, oh, I'm totally, it's got to go back there. And then right as we like turned around, you were like, you basically were like, I can't. And then you were like falling down. So then I like picked you up and I'm like, no, it's fine. We'll just go right over here. And then we took like 3 steps, and then you were basically like you were like losing control and falling back, and you basically were passing out. So it was like you were like, your body function was just failing, and like you were like dropping.
No,
and I was
that's
like trying to hold you. So I was trying to have you grab onto me, and I would just like walk you out.
That's what it felt like. It's so weird because I've never passed out in my life. Like I've never fainted or anything like that. So this is like my first encounter with like fainting. Okay. So it's like hard for me to explain because it felt like my legs were giving out and like my arms were giving out, and I just like lost control of my body.
I don't think it was as much the weed as it was the heat.
Yeah, I think it was a mix of like
you didn't realize how hot you were sitting in the heat with no water.
Yeah, exactly that. Like I said, like I felt my skin burning, and especially when I hit the ground, because I remember when we first got to the pool, like I couldn't even stand on the floor without like my feet burning. But when I like fell to the ground, it just felt like the floor was warm.
Yeah. And then like she was sitting there, and then like they like came, one of the guys came, was like, hey, is everything okay here? Like, what's going on? Like, let me call security. And then I was like, she's overheating, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then like some guy in like a cabana, like up above on one of the top floors, like he's like, hey, and then he like tossed me a water. That's how I got the Fiji water. It? Mm-hmm. He tossed me a Fiji water down below because he must have saw it happen. And then so I caught it and then was giving you water, and then the security guy came over and then had more water.
You know what was crazy? Like the second I took a sip of water, like it felt so much better.
Yeah. It was just exhaustion.
It really was.
So then the security guard came over. He just took our name, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, are you guys good? And then I was like, yeah. And then we just like walked down the escalator, got her back to the room. And then
No. So I'm like struggling, okay, to freaking walk and like keep myself like conscious. So we get to like the escalator, and then I'm still seeing white. Like it felt like my eyes were rolling back in the back of my head. Like I don't know if like, because I had sunglasses on, which I wasn't gonna take them off and like look like a complete idiot. Like not saying I didn't just faint like 3 seconds ago, but so we get to the elevator, and then I just like had to sit down, and I'm like going down again. I'm like, okay, so
you sat down in the elevator.
Yeah, I sat down in the elevator because I was like, I gotta sit down, and like I feel my body giving out again. And then I don't remember the write up for the elevator. I just remember getting there and it dinging. And I'm like, okay, standing back up. So then I stood back up, and we're like walking down the hallway. But I don't like the way you're grabbing me because
I was trying to hold you up.
I know, but it feels like you're like, it just felt like everything was rocking back and forth. Like, dush, dush, dush. So I was like, let me just grab onto your hand or like your arm or whatever. So then I grab onto his arm, and then the room service girl is like, not room like, service.
Yeah, the cleaning lady.
Yeah, the cleaning lady is in the room. And I was like, so then like what they have is like this big cart of like their stuff.
Yeah, the maid.
Yeah.
The maid cart.
Yeah, it's like blocking the door. And it's like this huge thing. It's like bigger than the ones that like I'm used to, because like I used to work at a hotel. And so like you can't even see past the door. Like this thing is huge. And I like shovel this thing over. I like ram this thing. I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. And then the lady was like, huh? Like she like looks back and she goes, oh, is this your room? And I was like, yeah, I gotta lay down. And I'm like panting. I remember panting so hard. Do you remember me panting?
No.
Because I remember I was like, babe, I just gotta sit down. Like I don't know.
That for sure was the edible then. If you like feel like the breathing problem.
Okay, but it was like hot.
Yeah. I mean, it's the combination of both.
Oh my God. And I had an ice pack on my neck and I don't know. It was like hot then cold, then hot then cold. And I'm like breathing and panting. And then I was just get into the room and the lady was like trying to freaking tidy up.
I was just like, yeah, just we're good. I was just like, we're good. And then she just like switched the towels and then left.
Yeah. Anyways, so that was that. And then I kind of had a little bit trouble falling asleep. I was like trying to sip water. And then
No, you didn't have trouble falling asleep.
What?
You were out in like 30 seconds.
Okay, well that 30 seconds felt like freaking forever. Like it felt like I was like kind of spinning a little bit. This also might have been like the alcohol because I'm like a one-hit wonder, you know? So I don't know. It was just a mixture of everything.